everybody, and welcome to Betweenplays Stock Market Strategies. And here we have Dr. Luisa Moreno from Graphano Energy Corp. How you doing, Luisa?
I'm great. Thank you for having me.
I naturally we're very proud to have you on here. Graphano has just been proving what has been stated a year ago from our first interview. And right now we have, again, once more, we have more updates, which is quite incredible and very significant. Um, Basically, I would like to state a little bit of the stuff on there, but what's really important is that from our first interview, what I want the viewers out there to understand is that from the first interview to the last interview and to now, I mean, we keep on putting money in the ground, and you keep on giving us like always some really good news. Can you just go into your latest drilling results and the updates on the company, please?
Sure. So we started the prospecting work at Standard this year. So we were there last year. We did quite significant trench work and sampling. And after that, we did drilling, and the drilling results were very good. This part of Quebec, where we are, have a very characteristic type of mineralization, graphite mineralization.
Yes.
And I can actually show you, just to give you an idea. I think we are on Zoom, and I should be able to bring an image for you just to enjoy what I am trying to share and explain here.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I hope you can see this.
Oh, we can see it. Yes, we can see it. It's very
All
clear.
right. So what you have here is essentially the pit and the model of the mineralization zone, the graphite mineralization zone at a producing mine that was owned by Imerys. That mine was and is still in production, the only mine of graphite, producing mine of graphite in North America. And this is a model of what their graphite mineralization, the graphite deposit look like. And it is in green. So if you look at the scale here, and this might be small for you, but it basically shows that from, it's the whole scale is about 25 meters. So half of the scale is about 12 and a half.
Okay.
And you could see that these mineralization zones are all below that. They're fairly narrow, but they tend to be relatively high grade. And this is what we're dealing with here. And I think this is important because all deposits are different. And sometimes your viewers that are interested in graphite might be following projects that shows that they have drilled, say, 100 meters at 2% or 3%.
Yes.
In this part of Quebec, and again, the only part in North America where production has existed recently,
Wow. Okay.
is different. It's fairly narrow mineralization zones, usually less than 10 meters,
Okay.
with relatively high grade.
Okay.
And this is exactly what we have seen. So the Standard, as well as our Bouleaux project, which is
Yes.
really adjacent to that mine, are showing very good mineralization intersections, anywhere from the 5 meters to the 20 meters.
Okay.
But these 20 meters, I must highlight and explain that this was trenching results. This is at surface. And then we have to drill and then measure the true thicknesses. And the true thicknesses we're seeing is actually more than the 12 and a half. The last one, we estimated, the press release was like more than 13 meters.
Okay.
And a relatively high grades, 5, 6, 7, 8%. So we are extremely excited with the recent work that we did. The highlight on the press release was the 23 meters at 8.9%.
Yes.
And that is really, that's great. That's really high. And we continue to show that we have the potential to prove that we have a resource that is similar or better than the one that Imris had in production for more than 30 years.
Wow. Wow, even better. Wow, okay. And we've extended now this the mineralization by over 225 meters. If am I mistaken about that?
No, it is correct. So we originally we started, looking at it, and it was 600 meters, and now we are estimating that it could be potentially over a kilometer in extension, in length, and that's critical. That's very important for us to be able to prove a sizable resource. Like I said, given the structural way that the deposit is it's in place, we will need size, we will need length to be able to prove a sufficient resource to make this project economic.
And this still remains open.
Yes, it still remains open at depth, laterally. It's a question for us to continue drilling and expanding, hopefully here. So very, very exciting.
So one of the things I like to iterate is because a lot of these mines, a lot of these claims are out in areas that they're just so far, not close to any infrastructure. So I just want to make sure everybody always out there for every single video that we do to just highlight the fact that this all these packages you have very close to Emirates, or actually inside the actual area where Emirates was at. So all the infrastructure is there, completely there. Water, hydroelectricity. The road is right there. Is this just to? I'd like for you to say it more, because like
No,
you're the
you're
CEO,
absolutely
but
right.
I'm very excited about the project, of course. So that's why.
Yes, no, absolutely, Albert. We are close to infrastructure, close enough to make this a viable project. Some of our peers would have to spend 50, 100 million just
Yeah,
to build a road before they get started. We
exactly.
don't we don't need to do that. It's your listeners can just go to our website and then look at the maps and see that we right there. We have highways nearby and roads and power infrastructure, and so that should not be an issue at all.
No,
So
I'll
besides, we
even
are in a mining region, right? So
yes,
the Imris mine, which by the way now is it's owned by Northern Graphite,
yes,
and they right there,
yeah,
so though that is a major benefit for us to be
yes, of
so
course.
close to infrastructure, just because it means that less capex, less capital costs
Yeah.
once we start developing the mine.
Um, Thank you, Dr. Luisa Moreno, for being here with us again today.
My
Looking
pleasure.
forward to more updates. I know you have a very busy schedule, so I won't hold you back. See you next time on Betweenplays Stock Market Strategies.
Thank you so much for having me, and always happy to share our news, our positive news, so it happens with your listeners. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Thank you so much.
Between Plays, it's the journey and what you do between where you are and where you want to be. Research, prepare.
Disclaimer: Betweenplays has a contract with said company in this video at the time of recording. Betweenplays only takes contracts with companies we believe have an opportunity to deliver a product or service based on our own research. That being said, always do your due diligence. Seek professional financial analyst when investing. This video is for entertainment, educational, informative purposes. See description for more information.
Between Plays, bridging the gap between companies and investors.